Shannon, is this the right move?
Well, look, I don't view Baker Mayfield as a substantial upgrade over Sam Darnold. If Baker Mayfield is a middle of the pack quarterback, Sam Darnold is, I guess, slightly less than that. I thought about the second preseason game, Skip, since they only have 3 now, that the starter will be named for week 1. I was thinking by the end of this game, because you get 2 practices at New England and you get a game. Both guys were receiving first-team reps. I'm quite sure both guys got an opportunity at the 2-minute drive. I'm sure both guys got a chance at 7-on-7 taking first-team reps, got a chance at team 11-on-11 drill to take first-team reps, Skip. So I'm not surprised that they're going to name a starter very shortly, because I can only speak to how we did things, Skip, in Denver with Mike Shanahan. The last preseason game, we weren't going to play. So leading up to the last preseason game, the starters that was going to start the regular season, we were working on plays, working on formations that we were actually going to run opening week. So that's probably the direction. That's why you want to name a starter and not be going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Identify the guy. So now the last preseason game, you're working on opening day stuff against the Cleveland Browns. That's how we did it. I don't know if that's the way they're going to do it, but I'm just saying that's how we did it. And that's why I felt, considering they only had 3 preseason games, you're going to name your starter after game 2. I like the way Matt Rule has handled this situation. He didn't hand the job to anybody. And the thing was, Skip, Baker was not credentialed enough to come in and just get a job like a Peyton Manning. Okay, you're the starter. Or Deshaun Watson, you're the starter. Tom Brady, you're the starter. Russell Wilson, you're the starter. Here it is. You're in an open competition. May the best man win. You're going to get some first-team reps. You're going to get some first-team reps. You're going to go with the backups. You're going to go with the backup. And may the best man win. So I don't have a problem with how Matt Rule handled this situation. I just don't know how much better Baker makes them than a Sam Darnold. I don't really think that's everything is going to be really predicated on Christian McCaffrey staying healthy. But I don't view Baker as this, oh, my God, you see, he's so much better than Sam Darnold. I don't view it like that.
And I do. Glory be. Matt Rule finally saw the light, or maybe his owner or GM forced him to see the light that could save his job, will save his job this year. Finally, fairly early on in this quote-unquote competition, he realized, as they did from day one, Baker is way better than your guy, Sam Darnold, because this is the perfect Baker Mayfield that they're getting at the perfect time, because this Baker Mayfield is healthy and he's got the chip back on his shoulder because he chose them. He took far less money to make the deal happen so that he could go to Carolina because he loves what he is seeing in Carolina. He does see the makings of a playoff team in Carolina, and he has now returned to being walk-on Baker with the big chip back on his shoulder pad.
I'm not going to let you get away with this. This was the only team that was willing to give up draft compensation for him. Stop it. You know that, I know that.
This situation for Baker Mayfield. So now they're getting the best version of Baker because he is healthy. He played all last year with a torn labrum in his left shoulder and a fractured left shoulder on top of that. And now there are no more progressive commercials hanging over Baker's head, drawing the target bigger and bigger on his back. And he walked in there the first day, and obviously he started taking over in practice. He started taking over in the locker room. Sam Darnold is a nice guy, but he's not half the leader. He doesn't have half the charisma or the aura or the mystique or the energy or the urgency that Baker generates in a locker room, in a huddle, and on a sideline. And he took over so quickly that finally they said, okay, we need to give him the reps that he deserves and he needs in a brand new offense. Here we go again. This is probably the 6th time in his career he's had to start over.
Well, he keeps getting everybody fired.
Does he? I don't think he does. They saw their way clear to go ahead and say, let's swallow our pride. Yes, we gave a 2 and a 4 and a 6 for Sam Darnold. And yes, we are sucking it up and we're having to pay him $19 million this year for virtually nothing because Baker's going to be the starter. But who cares? If you want to survive and advance, if you want to have a shot to make the playoffs, you obviously go with Baker Mayfield. And I am starting to like the makings of this team, especially with Baker as the new catalyst, the new Pied Piper. Because if Christian, your guy, C-Mac, if he can stay reasonably healthy for a whole year, maybe miss a couple of games, but if he can make it most of the way, I like this offense because I love DJ Moore. I think he's a bona fide #1 receiver.
Oh, absolutely.
He's a verge of the top 10 receiver, and I think Baker is going to love throwing the football to him. And he does have Rashard Higgins, who was his favorite receiver in Cleveland. And I don't know about Robbie Anderson. Maybe they're getting on some new wavelength because he was a Sam Darnold guy, and I don't blame him for that. But maybe he'll become a Baker guy, and maybe that Terrace Marshall from LSU, the other receiver, they have some depth and firepower at receiver, and they have beefed up the offensive line because it's 6th overall. They took that Aquanu out of North Carolina State, and they have already installed him as their new left tackle. And then that Bradley Baseman that they got, Bozeman. I'm sorry, West Baseman. Bozeman that they got at center, so they got a new center. They upgraded there, and they have Austin Corbett, who used to be Baker's guard in Cleveland.
Oh, he was in Cleveland, yeah, right.
He went to the Rams,
right.
but now he's the new guard there. So they have beefed up across the offensive line. So my point is, it has the makings of something pretty good because on defense, if we look at this, I was reading The Ringer yesterday, they make the case this is a sneaky good defense that has the potential to turn into a top 10 defense because last year they finished second in it was an ESPN stat, but it's in pass rush win rate. They finished second because Brian Burns is legit as a pass rusher. Derek Brown is legit coming from the middle as a pass rusher. J.C. Horn couldn't play last year because of foot injury. He was taken 8th overall, and, it was between him and Patrick Surtain, who was going to go first as the corner in that draft. I thought Dallas wanted I think Dallas wanted J.C. Horn from all I read. But the point is, he should be, if he can stay right and healthy, he's going to be pretty good. And Jeremy Chinn's always been very good at safety. They have the core, down the middle core on defense to be a top 10 defense. So all of a sudden, I'm looking at wild card potential here because the wild card quarterback is finally thrown into the mix early on enough that he can be ready for week 1. And guess who visits Charlotte in week 1?
Great lead.
The former team.
Thanks for teeing me up with that, okay? He's going to play his former team. The one thing you need to do is do what? Control your emotions when you're going against your former team because you want to show them, oh, y'all gave up on me. Oh, y'all didn't think I could do it. Does Baker strike you as a guy that can...
That's a fine line. I agree with your premise, but if you channel said emotion, said anger, said bitterness, said resentment, if you channel it into positivity, which he was always able to do at Oklahoma more than he's been able to do it in Cleveland, but if you can stay bridled, stay focused, keep your mind on the task at hand as opposed to a lot of trash talk and finger pointing, I love this team's chances in game 1. I think we already have a 5-case diet do bet if Baker is the starter, and I'm presuming off this report he will be the starter. So lock it down and give it up because you're about to lose 5 cases.
I'm starting off with a win.
Are you? Yeah, you know and I know I got this one. 5 cases
Myles Garrett.
Baker.
Oh, Myles Garrett, defensive player. I can already see it. Myles Garrett, defensive player, AFC Defensive Player of the Week.
Really?
3.5 sack, forced fumble,
Okay, I'll bet you one more case that doesn't happen. You want the one on that?
Nope.
Nope, thank you.
Jadeveon Clowney going to probably get a sack and a half.
Well, he usually gets a sack and a half for the whole season. That's
whoa.
Well, that's just what he is. I don't know. I look at him. I say, well, where are you?
And he closed the home. I think Jadeveon went to Rock Hill. I think he's from that. No, he might be from Columbia. Well, but anyway,
home.
Yeah. I'm coming. Baker, you better tell the world.
Denzel Ward, you got it all.
I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Johnson, yeah. Y'all in trouble.
Hey, Baker knows that defense inside and out. Nobody knows that defense any better than Baker Mayfield.
He's going to be looking at that defense through his ear hole because they're going to have that helmet twisted.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to give me 6? Or?
No, I give you nothing. You already picked them. You already went out there to limb.
They are slight favorites at home, so
okay.
And they open as 3-point dogs, but it's the Baker factor.
No, first of all, if Deshaun, it's all about Deshaun not playing. Stop it. You know good and well the only reason they're favored is because of Deshaun isn't going to be there.
Well, you better hope they go get Jimmy G.
Right? I hope another. Jacoby Brissett is plenty good enough to beat Baker Mayfield.
Is he really?
Plenty good enough.
Okay, I got 6 cases. Then you want to go 6?
It doesn't matter, Skip. Y'all losing the first game at home.
And the final thing I'll add is David Newton, who covers the Panthers for ESPN, wrote yesterday, if the Panthers get 2020 version of Baker Mayfield, they'll be big winners here.
Oh, my goodness.
They're
Yeah.
such big winners that if we go back to 2020, when he went 8-3 down the stretch after Odell was gone and lost, well, sorry about that, Odell, he was graded the 4th best quarterback in the league. He went 20 touchdowns to only 3 interceptions and won Cleveland's first playoff game since 1994. That one at Pittsburgh. If you get that guy, well, that's the guy. That's what's going to happen. He's going to be the steal of the century for what you're paying for him.
Skip,
steal of the
I know
century.
you like David Newton wrote this article. I don't care if you got David Newton, Cam Newton, Isaac Newton, Fig Newton. You're not making the playoffs.
Okay.
Isaac
Newton would look at this and say,
put that on that.
The
Put something
law
on
of
that.
nature is that Baker Mayfield is going to
Put
win.
another 3 cases you don't make the playoffs.
Well, I already predicted they're going to be a wild card.
Okay, that's the playoff. You got 3 cases?
No, I'm not going to do
Okay,
that because that's way out on a limb.
No.
I've got my 5 in hand.
Have the courage of your conviction.
I've got a done deal on 5.
See, this is man that just, see, you sound like Elon Musk. Oh, I'm going to buy Twitter. That ain't bad. He back out. I'm going to buy Man U. I would just play it. See, you do all that talking, they going to do nothing.
I need an either-or bet on this.
What?
I need, if I take the Panthers to be a wild card team, you need to take somebody else to be a wild card team because you front run with everybody. You never take one chance on this show. If you'll come up with somebody and let's do an either-or. Broncos.
Yeah.
To be a wild card team.
Broncos in the playoffs.
Okay.
And Russ, we trust.
Okay, I'll do that bet. Right here, right now, I'll go 3 cases, and it's Broncos versus Panthers to be a playoff team.
Okay.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Saw you coming. I was just waiting. to get me a sucking bet.
I led you right into infamy.
What did PT say? What did PT Barnum say?
I think he actually gets credited with saying that, but I don't think he actually said that a sucker is born every day.
They are.
Did you just call me a sucker?
Yes.
I'm an all-day sucker.
Because when they had the real white elephant, nobody believed it. So when he put the paint on the elephant, they're like, oh my goodness, a white elephant.
Way to go, PT.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
See, I knew I just laid the weed like, I don't know, Skip. I don't know. He's like, okay.
I'm still only up on this show, and it's lifetime 75 cases. So it's whatever. I'm a sucker.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.